Good morning, East Texas. I'm Jen Jacobson. Thank you for joining us here on East Texas Live. We've got a great show for you today. First, summertime is prime time for vacationers, but scammers never seem to be taking a break. We'll learn about another scam to watch out for when the BBB swings by. And as temperatures kick up a notch, more East Texans are needing a helping hand with the heat. We'll learn about Longview's Beat the Heat event and how you can join. And the Bernie Tita case isn't over yet. The man accused of killing an elderly East Texas woman could get booted back to prison. Apparently, the woman's family says the district attorney failed to notify them about the court hearing. More on this story later this hour. Now, guys, I've never seen the movie, but apparently a lot of people actually felt bad for Bernie after watching the movie. Have y'all seen it?
Yes, I have, and it's kind of sad to say, but it's a pretty funny movie, so I don't know. Kind of gives it a wrong opinion about it, but you know.
I heard it kind of makes you think differently about Bernie. Kind of feel bad for him in a way. Is that what you thought, Robert?
Yeah, I mean, you can get that feeling. It certainly had a lot of humorous elements in it, but it really captured the essence of East Texas. I mean, you watch it, and if you're not from the area, you say, yeah, hey, is that what it's like there? And then if you live there and you watch it, you go, yeah, that's what it's like in East Texas.
Yeah. With Jack Black, I'm sure it's hilarious.
Oh, yeah, Jack Black and Matthew McConaughey's really good in it, and Matthew McConaughey's mom is also in it.
Oh, really?
You learn that at the end, so they kind of make it all fun and stuff like that.
It's an East Texas flair because McConaughey's from here.
I know.
That's awesome. Well, on a serious note, we'll see why exactly they're talking about putting him back in prison. But first, let's check in with Marlena with the news. Happy Hump Day, everyone. I'm Jen Jacobson here on East Texas Live. Today, we'll meet an adorable animal looking for a good home. Pets for People swings by. And if you're a Dr. Oz fan, prepare for a shocker. The TV doc thought he was talking about diet pills and supplements when all of a sudden, senators turned the tables on him. We'll watch the drama play out together in just a bit. And a new poll shows apparently getting a degree isn't the only way to land that job. Back in the day, 42% saw more value in a degree. Today, just 28% think it's the best route to land that job. Now, of course, there's several ways to get a job, but guys, less than 30% think a degree is the way to go. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, that is. I mean, that's some pretty shocking numbers. I mean, I guess I can understand both sides where people are coming from, but you know, I'm glad I went to college I met a lot of nice people, even if it wasn't for the education. It was just a good experience.
Totally, a great experience. I would totally agree, but you know, Robert, we don't call you doctor for nothing. You've got a great resume, and you've also had a lot of work experience. What do you think about that poll?
Oh, I think if it's technical training is very good. If some people don't need that. I'm of the opinion not everybody needs to go to college. If you can get a technical degree, maybe learn how to weld, you know, maybe plumb, do some plumbing, hey, go for it.
There's definitely various ways to do it, and we'll see exactly why, economically speaking. But first, let's see how our friends in the studio are doing. Forbes put out an article this morning, and it talked about, they say, love it or hate it, what you do in the morning determines just how successful you are. So let's see where we measure up.
Okay, what are these things?
All right, so one of them says exercise.
Okay,
do we exercise? Nope. Too early for me too. Way too early. All right, 2, map out your day. So this means we'll have to have a planner in mind. You guys have a planner?
Nope, don't do that either.
I have a planner, but I'm not so good at keeping up with it, so I can't count that one.
This is making me depressed.
I know, this is not good. All right, so number 3, eat a healthy breakfast.
Yeah, do bagels count, Rachel? Because we did have bagels.
We had pumpkin flavored bagels. I think pumpkin's kind of healthy.
Pumpkin? Hey, you can count that.
It's borderline.
We'll count it.
There was frosting on there, so maybe not.
But first, for all you news junkies out there, obviously the KTK crew, get a load of this. A news team made the best of the Arctic freeze and reported from an ice desk. The sculpture worked for 3 hours in an 18-degree freezer. Jeez, now that's dedication right there.
I'm already freezing enough as it is in here.
You've got a blanket under there, don't you?
Yeah,
maybe. There might, you know. Some people have their space heaters. I have my blanket.
Yeah, I think I'd have to put on like several mittens, and like you'd probably watch me with a face mask on and not be able to see my mouth read the news.
We just chop a little wood and bring in here and start a fire, but that may not be the nicest thing to do.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's check in with Rach now with a nice warm wooden desk in the news.
Thank you, Jen.
Welcome back for another round of East Texas Live. An East Texas family needs your help getting through a difficult time. Their son was hit by a drunk driver, and the community is rallying up a great benefit you'll want to be a part of. We'll learn about it when his family stops by the studio. And there's a weekly worship service called Crusade for Christ. We'll learn how you can snatch a seat to the show. But if you're heading to the coast, just be careful. Something fishy might snatch you up. Over the weekend, some fishermen spotted a great white shark there. Just like a typical nightmare, the shark circled the tiny boat several times. Then the shark got what it wanted and swam away, way too close for me. I do love fishing, but probably not off the coast of the ocean with even the slightest chance of a shark. What about you guys?
No, I was actually telling Robert a little bit earlier. I don't think I've ever been in an ocean before. I went on the Hurricane Harbor, the water that feels like an ocean, but that's about as close as I'll go.
Really? You've never been to the ocean? That's crazy.
No, I get scared of going to the lakes because I just assume a shark's living there too.
Well, I'm making a list now. She's got to eat tomatoes. She needs to go to the ocean. There's several things that are on her to-do list yet.
I
have to face my fear and I have to dance. These are 3 of my biggest fears.
Yes, that's the other one. I went blank. Thank you.
On the show. That would be quite entertaining. No, but seriously, sharks, I don't blame you. They swim so close to the shore these days. I just wouldn't want to test my luck. But we're all for fishing, right?
Yeah, I love fishing.
Welcome back for another round of East Texas Live. For all you shark fans, a feast for the eyes. A huge basking shark was recently spotted 26 feet long. We'll tell you where in just a bit. And soccer aficionados, rejoice. From the looks of it, America is finally getting on board with the soccer craze. To give you an idea, this year's NBA game drew in 18 million viewers. The USA-Ghana game, 16 million. So when Nacogdoches native Clint Dempsey scored a goal, you can bet that for sure drew in quite the crowd. Now, guys, are you guys soccer fans or what?
I mean, I didn't watch the game, but I grew up, playing soccer and everything like that. So, I mean, that's really exciting that soccer is getting more popular and more people are watching it,
Yeah, very exciting. They said it was like number 2 in comparison to football, at least in East Texas, which is surprising to me. What about you, Robert?
Oh, I'm more of a baseball, basketball, and football kind of guy, just the old typical stuff. But hey, it's got a growing fan base and it is exciting at times.
Yeah, I know. And you've got the height for all those things. Have you played basketball in the past?
Yeah, but I wasn't very coordinated. I think I got a little more coordinated after I got out of the athletics program. So.
Oh, I'm sure you were good. You're just humble.
And then we did cheer, Jen.
Yes, so, we did. We are guilty. Not shoveling snow, thank goodness, but parts of East Texas are seeing some freezing rain. KTK meteorologist Marcus Bagwell joins us live with a closer look at what's happening. Marcus, how you doing out there? Thank you, Marcus. An East Texan is on a mission to complete a world record. He started ringing a Salvation Army bell on Tuesday, and he's still going at it. Our Kristen Chapman joins us live with an update on Andrew Thompson and his record ringing. Hey, Kristen.
Evening. Well, that's it for our news updates. Let's check back in with Jen at the living room.
I'm pretty sure I'm speechless after that, but thanks, Teresa. Welcome back to East Texas Live. Downtown Tyler will be abash in art, music, dance, interactive projects, and more, all at the latest installment on Downtown Tyler Art Walk. It happens this Saturday evening, and Beverly at Abel is here to tell us more about it. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you doing?
Doing well, staying warm.
Oh yeah, that's what you need to do nowadays.
Yeah.
So will you tell us more about the Art Walk? I've never actually been to one. What can people expect?
It's great. We started Art Walk in December 2009, and ironically it was snowing that night, and we had a great crowd. But Art Walk is where we turn downtown Tyler into an instant pop-up art gallery for 4 hours.
Cool.
There are like a dozen venues, buildings downtown where we put artists inside, and they set up an exhibit of their work for you to see, for you to watch them creating art, and for you to buy art. What a great Christmas
gift. So you can watch the whole process unfold.
Exactly. And we have artists doing everything from your traditional oils and acrylics to ceramics to, there's one gentleman who's going to be pouring metal toy soldiers. We have another.
Metal toy soldiers.
Yeah,
cool.
And a guy who's going to be doing metal forging. We have hip hop dancers. We have a troupe coming from Houston.
Wow, yeah, lots of music's going to be there too.
Yeah, we've got lots of live music. We have interactive projects. There's one guy who's going to help you our visitors create a giant Texas flag out of red, white, and blue sticky notes.
Oh my gosh, sticky notes.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. People are pretty proudful of their flags here, so that's pretty creative.
Artist Nation is going to be doing a giant street art wall, which again you can help do. There are going to be refreshments, 27 different art installations throughout, and there's even going to be a newly renovated building available for people to see. Martin Walker Law Firm has opened up at the old Arcadia Theater building at 121 North Spring.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to open their doors to the public for everybody to come in and see their building now that it's been redone, and Joan Iverson's going to be there with her ceramics. We're going to have a silent auction, live music, you name it, it's going.
Well, there's going to be so many cool things. Now, it is always fun fun to have some art hanging up on your wall, but it's even more exciting to say, hey, I helped out with that.
Yeah, absolutely, you know? Absolutely. And this is a great opportunity to buy some really cool Christmas gifts.
Yes.
You know, you're not going to get more original than a one-of-a-kind piece of art.
That's very true.
And by the way, our 6x6 at 110 project that a lot of people went to in June, we still have some canvases left over. Those canvases normally sell for $20. During Art Walk, they're going to sell for $10 each. It's called a Best of the Rest sale.
Ooh, that's great.
So that'll be at the gallery. And we have another first-time thing. It's a poetry slam, where poets can get up for 3 minutes apiece, recite their own original poetry. You can sign up for that on site tomorrow. As long as it's family friendly, we invite you to come and take the stage and recite your original poetry too.
There's a lot to do this weekend. Saturday evening at the Tyler downtown. Do you have the specific address?
Absolutely. Start at Gallery Main Street at 110 West Irwin. We're just about 2 doors west of Rick's on the Square. You'll get your Art Walk map then, and then you'll be able to know all the venues you can visit. And though Art Walk is totally free and open to the public, there is a ticketed event happening downtown too. Rent, the musical, is going to be produced at Liberty Theater at 7:30. So you can't lose Saturday night.
Don't miss out, and be sure to be there. Thank you so much for coming, Beverly.
Anytime, thanks.
Merry Christmas. Welcome back, everyone. It's one of my favorite times of the show. Pam Hicks with the SPCA of East Texas is here with not one, but 2 adorable animals. Their names are Alan and Erwin. Welcome.
Yes, thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, now this is kind of a crazy story. They were pretty lucky to be found roaming on the streets of Tyler, right?
That's right. They were found by a citizen who said they were rummaging through the trash for food. And they've had them about 3.5 weeks, so you can imagine how small they were. Probably about 2 months old, not long weaned.
Oh, yeah.
When somebody, you know, dumped them somewhere. So they contacted the SPCA, and we're going to try to help them get the medical care that these babies need, their puppy shots and all that kind of stuff, and then be neutered when age appropriate, and hopefully find them a home.
Now, that won't be too hard. I know that puppies go pretty easy, but how are their temperaments? I mean, so far they seem to be very calm.
They are. Their fosters tell me that Alan, this black and white one, is kind of the alpha out of the 2. He eats first. He is kind of the one who shows Erwin here the ropes. Erwin is quite a bit smaller, so we don't know if he was the runt of the litter.
Yeah.
We're pretty sure they're litter mates. And but both seem, for puppies, very calm. Their fosters say they're just very, very sweet and loving.
Now, a lot of the times, too, it's really important to meet one-on-one with the puppies to see how the fill goes, especially if you have the dog of your own.
Yes.
You guys offer that at the SPCA,
yes,
right?
we do. We have our adoption center open on Saturdays from 10 to 4 on Old Bullard Road, but we also offer a one-on-one meet and greet, which we can do at several different places, whatever's convenient, and that way you can bring your pet. A lot of times it's good to be at a neutral location so that your pet is not defending his territory,
right,
having a new dog come in. And it's just a great way to, you know, the adoption center is kind of a wild and crazy place on Saturdays, and some of the animals don't really, you know, act like themselves.
Right.
They're a little nervous with the barking or the other animals. So the one-on-one meet and greet lets you see their personality a little bit better, more realistically.
Yes,
maybe.
Here's your opportunity to get a dog and change your life forever. They seem so sweet and loving. Thank you for bringing them in.
Thank you for having us.
Welcome back, everyone. Summer is a great time to take that long overdue vacation or make much needed home repairs. But as the weather heats up, so do the number of scams, unfortunately. Michelle Mills with the Better Business Bureau is here to talk about these popular summer scams. Welcome.
Hello.
Now, you guys must be pretty busy, because as I was looking, there's a long list of summer scams to watch out for out there.
There are, and it's, you know, it's because we do a lot of different activities in the summer. We're outside more, people take vacations more often, a lot more people move, things like that. So, you know, we just want people to be very, very aware when they're out there spending money or giving personal information, particularly this summer.
Right. Now, looking at the list, I saw vacation scams, moving scams, concert, door-to-door scams, and of course, summer job job scams, but
yes.
One of the things that sparked my interest was, you know, a lot of people like to post things on Facebook or share Twitter.
Right.
Why is that such a big no-no?
Well, particularly when you're going on vacation, you don't want everybody to know where you are. You don't want everybody to know that you're not home, because if you're not home, then, you know, chances are a burglar may, you know, want to come in and steal your things, and you don't want that. You don't want to come home to an empty house. So it's always better to, and you also may not be checking your accounts as frequently, that type of thing. So identity theft is also a big risk factor in that case. So you want to make sure that you maybe post when you come back. I mean, that's probably the best way to do it. That way it keeps it safe and nobody knows that you're not at home.
And summer is a very busy time for folks. They might get kind of caught up in the moment, especially with moving. There's so much to do.
Right.
How are scammers taking advantage of people that are moving?
Well, you know, one thing you want to keep in mind is whenever we're spending money and whenever we're giving out our personal information, you can bet that a scam artist is not going to be far behind. And so when you're moving, you want to, you know, one of the things you can do is make sure you check out the organization, check out the company on bbb.org, check their track record. You also, one thing that you can do is have the moving company come in and inspect the home before they give you the bid. What that does, number one, is it gives you a more accurate bid, so you're not upset about what the cost is later. Number two, it helps prevent those scam artists, those those unscrupulous movers that are out there. They probably will not take the time to come into your home and give you that kind of a bid, so that weeds them out as well.
Yeah, and now I also saw concert tickets on that list. That was a kind of a rare one I haven't heard about. How does that happen?
Well, we're buying more concert tickets, we're buying more sporting event tickets this time of year. Scam artists know that. So you might see more online ads for tickets and things like that. Be watchful for those pulling at your heartstring stories, like, I can't go to this concert because something really bad happened, so somebody please take these tickets off my hand. The red flag there would be if they want you to wire the money. That's a common factor in many of the scams. They want you to wire the money, because what happens when you wire money to somebody, very rarely can we get that traced, and so it's pretty much you can kiss that money goodbye.
Right.
So make sure you're purchasing from somebody who's reputable.
And a lot of times, if it's too good to be true, it generally is, huh?
Absolutely.
Now, there's a lot of things to keep track of. How do we get in contact with you guys to kind of double check on the certain businesses or something like that? Can we talk to you guys?
Absolutely. You can go to bbb.org and you can check out all of our tips online, or you can give us a call at 581-5704.
You guys sure have your work cut out for you, huh?
We do.
Thank you for your time.